Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
This is One Piece episode 17 and 18. Leave a like on the video and subscribe. Watch other things on the channel if you really want to help us out. You can go to Patreon, that's linked in the description, patreon.com/BOLDcast. You get 2 weeks ahead of uncut reactions and 1 week ahead on edited reactions for this show. Let's just get right into this, hopefully finale of this arc. Maybe it'll drag on the last little bit here like crazy, but we'll see. Let's see where it goes. Let's go! More coffee. This is a good thing if we're watching the OP every time.
What, you can just get coffee?
Yeah, I don't need to take breaks in between. I just take break during the OP for 2 minutes. Apparently, some people commented on the episode where I said Shanks was Kite's voice actor, and then I doubted myself. He actually is, yeah.
A very fast recap this time.
Yeah. Must be getting to a lot this time.
Whoa!
Indian soap opera editing all of a sudden. Whoa, Dio.
I was thinking the same thing. With the devil.
Now he's getting serious, even though there's no lenses anymore.
It's his comfort. It's like a baby blanket.
It's a tick. Wait, what?
You just said he'll cook him.
Sounds exactly like Dragon Ball Z all of a sudden. Damn! The fights just keeps going. Now they're on Luffy's side. He just pegged him with a spade. Oh, cleared the way for him?
Oh, that's so awesome.
That's sick. Ah, damn it! Nobody's loyal at all. They keep cutting back and forth. Oh, they're gonna sync up the crazy attacks. Damn. Are we gonna see his eyes?
Everyone's glasses are breaking.
It's a crazy long bell, like, sound effect. What now, guys?
They should just, like, try and run away at this point.
I'm surprised they haven't already. Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Damn.
This guy's such a lazy bitch. I die when I touch the water. I'm out there every goddamn day.
They're like, we don't want him.
Isn't that boat just gonna sink?
They didn't, like, bring down ropes or something? Did they kill him? Everything is exactly like I said. Everybody's gonna think it was Usopp and his new gang of bandits.
吹きこそっと言われるだけさ。わざわざみんなに話して養父を与えることはね、前回みてえなことでもない限り、こんな偏僻な村を襲おうなんて海賊は何もなかったことにする。何も。みんな嘘だったんだ。強制はしねえが。
いえ、できます。それが一番村のためになるならだって。もう一生黙ってる。
かや、お前は辛いか。
いいえ、ではどうしたのかしら。
なんか調子狂うな。やる気が出ない。
It was just the only excitement that any of them had. He's like all ready to go.
また懲りずに来るわ。
That's really sad. That they all like run out of town every day, but it's like such a routine.
何言ってんだ。お前が何もしなきゃ俺は動かなかったぜ。
俺もどうでもいいじゃないそんなこと。宝が手に入ったんだし。
Am I dumb for just now realizing his nose is long like Pinocchio?
I was thinking that since the start.
I didn't even.
キャプテンウソップ、何ですか話って。
あの黒猫海賊団を相手にだ。キャプテンとして非常に鼻が高い。
そんな。
本当によくやったよ。死ぬほど怖い思いもしたが。
Yeah, I mean, for like a couple of children, you did pretty good.
お前らがまだ4歳だった頃に結成最大にして最大の乗り切ったんだ。俺は一人で海へ出ようと思う。俺は本物の海賊になるんだ。と迷ってたんだ。俺はこのままここにいていいのか見てたらやっと決心がついた。やっぱり男と生まれたからにはあの大海原に出なきゃダメなんだ。俺はこの村を出る。海賊機が俺を呼んでいるからだ。
キャプテン、嘘でしょ。俺も嘘なんでしょ。そんなの急すぎるし。キャプテン、この村大ストップ海賊団はどうなるんですか。
世話になったな。お前ら村のみんなには黙っていくつもりだ。よろしく言っといてくれ。
そんなの嫌だよ。行くな、キャプテン。
この場所覚えてるか。俺たちが初めて会った場所だ。
できた。嘘のお兄ちゃん。
誰だよ。
They look the same.
Yeah.
キャプテンウソップと尊敬を込めて呼ばれるようになってきたから。
みんな嘘つきウソップって呼んでるよ。
よし、今日からお前らもウソップ海賊団だ。いろいろあったな。俺ら勇敢なる海の戦士だからね。思い出話聞きたくないよ。そうだ。
I feel bad for laughing. It's so sad. They're just so upset.
それじゃあまるで。
It's just.
お前らの野望は何だ。
魚を経営することで、同様になることで、そう絶対にないことで。
それぞれの野望の火を絶やすことで、己の道を突き進むこと。ここに誓え。責任を持ってウソップ海賊団を。解散する。
That's so sad.
Oh, those poor kids.
It's gonna be so nice when they come back one day,
I hope so.
and then they're actually like
Running the.
doing what they wanted to
Yeah.
do. One of them's gonna build the bar, and then one of them's gonna run, and the other one's gonna go there to write their book.
でも平気なの？1年の私の病気は両親を失った精神的な気落ちが原因だったので、随分励まされましたし、甘えてばかりはいられません。
Good choice.
お世話になりました。私から心ばかりのプレゼントを用意させていただきました。ぜ
Mhm.
ひ受け取ってください。
別れだ。
Look at his backpack.
Is he just gonna bring his house with him?
Just gonna bust down his house. Well, there's really no going back now.
It's okay, the one kid is gonna repair it. It'll be fine.
Whoa.
Crazy that Mary's alive.
Yeah. A slightly older model. It's sick. But with a door on the bottom of it? I like how in this one Mary designed it, so he
Yeah.
just made a boat that looked like
looked like
after
him.
himself.
Yeah.
Just destroys the boat, crashes into it.
止めとくか。このコースは船に直撃だ。
決心が言えねえうちにとっとと行くことにすめるなよ。
止めません。そんな気がしてたから。
なんかそれも寂しいな。今度この村に来るときはよ、嘘よりずっと嘘みたいな冒険話を聞いてやるよ。
楽しみにしています。
またどっかだよ。
It's crazy.
何言って
He's just planning to go, like, literally on his own.
んだから、そのうち海で会ったり。
What boat are you gonna take?
You're
just gonna
you're with
swim out
us
to
now.
sea?
You're on our crew. You don't have a say.
Look at that boat.
行っちゃったな、キャプテン。あの人
Yeah, I really didn't think he'd make it on his
あ
own.
んな強い人たち見たことないもん。仕方ないから。昔から海賊になりたいって言ってた人たちに話したら寂しがるだろうけどな。突然の話だしさ。一人で賑やかだったからね。俺、一つ考えたんだ。何を？
The pirates are coming. But they just run.
Oh
they,
my god.
they start terrorizing the village.
嘘をつくなんて辛いわ。
Oh, she's still sick? Oh.
本当はウソップ君を引き止めたかったことですか。私前に村の
I thought she was gonna say lying about being healthy.
ウソップ君の父親がこの村を飛び出して間もなく彼は母親をも亡くしているので。
海賊が来たぞー。父ちゃんの海賊船が来た。
ウソップ、大声出しちゃいかん。
父ちゃんが俺たちのこと迎えに来たよ。バカなこと言うもんじゃない。母ちゃんが元気になったら航海に連れてってくれるって。父さんはいやしないさ。でもね、誇りに思ってるよ。伝説の薬があるんだ。そうだ、病気でも治る。夢飲みすぎだよ。バカでいい。夢なら見れよ。俺だって海賊の息子だから。勇敢な男になるんだよ。海賊が来たぞー。
寂しさからか母の死後も彼は叫び続けました。父親の乗る海賊船がいつの日か海岸に現れやしない分を迎えに来てくれるんじゃないか。あの嘘には彼の願いも込められているのだと。
It's so sad,
It's
man.
really, really sad.
失ってしまった彼にとって同じ境遇に立たされたお嬢様をあなたはこれからもっと強くなる必要がありますね。今日までの彼の行為に応えるためには。
新しい船と仲間に。彼らが言ってたわ。死ぬためじゃない。生きるために戦うんだ。トミーさんはいつも生きる楽しさを語ってよって励ましてくれていた。
そうでしたね。
聞くぞ。本当にやるのかよ。
Oh no!
That's so nice.
私、
Doctor.
Yeah, she said that, I think, in the.
それは立派な
I
目
think too.
標ができましたね。
That's cute the way they framed that conversation. I think it makes more sense why she said she wanted to be a doctor. Because, like, it's kind of in response to, like, hearing about Usopp's
instead of about
mom.
Yeah. I really like that.
I don't know if that connection was, like, as clear in the live action.
I didn't really think of
I didn't
it
make
like
that. It was just kind of like,
before.
oh, okay, all right, she'll be a doctor. I mean, that makes sense. She's rich and
she was sick for a long time.
Yeah,
she was getting poisoned, but she has experience being sick. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because in this, she wasn't being poisoned as well.
No.
It was just because she was,
sad,
really depressed. Which also, weirdly, as far as a connection, first of all, great episode, but weirdly, as far as a connection, apparently, I've read people say that Kuina from Zoro's backstory committed suicide in this, because they say apparently in Japan, like they say she fell down the stairs either in. I don't think they said that when we saw her. At some point, they say they don't explain it in the live action. They haven't explained it yet in the anime. Apparently, at one point they're like, "Oh, she fell down the stairs." Apparently, that's like a euphemism or like saving the honor of the person that like committed suicide or whatever. Like not.
Oh, it was an accident.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So it's interesting that that mental illness is such a strong thing, at least with female characters. I don't know about other characters, but like
I think Kuro had some mental illness going on.
Like depression. Yeah, he definitely did. I mean, there's plenty to go around.
Identity crisis.
We have antisocial personality disorder with Luffy here, and so there's plenty of mental illness to go around. But like it's weird that like with two girls in the backstories, it's less certain that that's what it's about with Kuina, but. With Kaya, it's a similar sort of idea. If there is a connection there, that like they get so depressed that they almost die, or that they're like physically ill. I wonder what Oda's relationship to depression is as a thing there, and then like possibly another way more of a reach connection, but like Usopp's mom gets abandoned by her husband
and then dies
of sickness. Maybe that's a connection there, that like they get so lovesick or so like emotionally ridden with shit. They get so run down emotionally and so depressed that they die. Maybe that's another sort of implicit connection. Maybe it's not an intentional connection, but maybe there's something there. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel
but also weirdly with that, on that topic, one more thing. It seems like it would be interesting if there was a connection between those three things and other characters, I imagine, because the whole idea of like Luffy and One Piece in general is like going out and like staying true to yourself and like hunting for your dreams, so to speak, like having that passion and not losing it and staying true to your convictions and being able to do that. And it seems like all the people who all three of those cases that we talked about, Kuina, Kaya, and Usopp's mom, they're all kind of like prevented from. It's like the world is like stopping them, or somebody is stopping them from like doing what they want. Kuina can't become, she felt like she can't become like a really powerful swordsman because she's a woman, at least in the live action. I don't know how true that is in the anime, or in the manga. And then Kaya is like, her parents died, she's getting like sheltered by this butler guy, and she can't like pursue anything. And then when she has the ability to, then she goes out and she's gonna become a doctor. And then with Usopp's mom, it's like she married this guy and she loves him so much, and then he leaves, and then her one thing that she like really loved is away, and she can't pursue her dream anymore, even though Usopp's there. But then she dies of like love sickness. Like, with that interpretation, I'm saying, again, it's not a certainty, but like maybe there's something there with like in connection as sort of an inverse to Luffy's thing of never go back on your word, never always stay true to yourself and your friends and stuff like that, and stay true to your passion. Don't go back on what you say and stuff like that. Maybe there's a connection between those things.
I was like how Django just got like left in the village.
They killed him, I think. It seemed like it was as close to a death as we're gonna get, because in this and in the live action it was clear
like,
that they were letting him live.
Blasting off again.
Exactly. Like Kuro gets like punched by Luffy out the window, and then they're like, "Oh, we beat him," and it's like you're not gonna
and like
check.
Same with Buggy. It's like, oh, he disappeared into the sun. We'll probably see him again.
Or they think it's good, but then they see him again. They're
It's
like, "What the
good
hell
for
are you
now.
doing here?" Yeah. So but in this one with Django, it seems like it's about. I mean,
We're not gonna see him again, but there's no confirm.
Maybe we will. I'm not saying we won't. It just seemed like that's about as close as you could get to. Usopp shoots him in the head, and then his hat is next to him smoking where he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
And he's like lying face down. I feel like that's as close as you can get to that in a kid's show. So. Mm-hmm. But it's again, it's interesting. I love the Mary, the going Mary.
I love that like shot of it. It's just like it makes it look so impressive.
Yeah.
Even though you see it like every time in the OP, it looks so good. He literally has a flag of himself on there.
Yeah.
This guy's actually the evil butler pirate. There's two at the same time.
Yeah. This isn't like, oh, I had this shipping mission, I designed it myself. It's like this was but it's secretly my pirate ship for when
this ship looks suspiciously
like the cat
every
ship
other pirate ship
that
where
has
like they make the front look like them
statue
and they
of
have a flag of themselves.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's a
All
twist
you're
that'll come
missing
back
is
later.
like the bones, like the crossbones behind his head there.
Yeah. I like it though. It does make I really like the changes that they made in the live action though to all this, like as far as getting the boat, like why they have it. Like apparently they just built a boat just to have, and they've had it the whole time, or like in the day that they've been there, he designed and built the boat.
He said it was older, so he must have had it for.
He must have been a pirate. Like that must be what they're alluding to here. Maybe it's foreshadowing. But like the fact that Kai also that Mary was an accountant. Mm-hmm. Right, that he was like their family accountant, and he was like a close friend of her parents. That's why they were shipbuilders, and they own this big shipbuilding company. That's the whole economy of the town.
Yeah,
everything like they really tied it up really well, and like it retconned it all to sort of really move smoothly, and everything locks into place. Like, why does Kai have all this money? What does her wealth mean to this town? What does, what's the industry of this town? They're just farmers. They don't even look like they're farming.
Yeah, especially when Usopp's like, no pirates are ever going to come here. It's like, so if no pirates are coming here, or do like traders come here?
Yeah, like how is Kaya rich? And that question, and how why does she have this boat? Why is this boat here?
And what's the point of being rich if like there's no...
It's like, okay, Mary designed this boat, but how did he build the boat? It's like all these questions aren't a big deal. And I don't care, like, as far as the actual show goes, but I really appreciate, it just shows that the live action, like, again, is able to, like, has more information and has more time to plan and is able to really tie all these things together that makes it really believable.
In the live action, that Usopp is, like, working on the ships. Yes. As like he has like in this he has these kids and he's Captain Usopp and he's just running around the town. It's kind of wholesome because the town he's contributing to the town in his own way by being a menace, but everyone kind of likes it and it works.
And he wants to be a pirate. That's why he's working at the ships.
Yeah, but that's what's cool because he actually has experience with ships, and I like it because in this Nami kind of knows about ships.
Yeah.
Like she's like, oh, tell me about this boat.
Yeah. Basically.
And that's cool. But I liked it of Usopp being like sort of the ship expert and he like helped build this boat.
Yes.
And that like, brought him that connection with Kaya. He didn't just like hear about her and go to her house. He's like working for her family, which I think also in the live action, like because they have a bit more of like a romance going on, that it like creates even more of like a discrepancy of like he's her like employee essentially, and like a nothing employee, and he's not even good because he's not even like really he's just like the janitor of like the boats, right? Like he's like, oh yes, this is my boat, I like built this boat, and then it's like, okay, I didn't.
I like the way that the live action handled all this with all the backstory and stuff. Good episode. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's move on to the next one. We are on a cruise. We are.
愚かな海賊ども。メリーゴーがウソップ船長様率いる空敵艦隊としての攻撃だ。
Like it was a stick.
僕の象徴なんだ。
恐怖を感じるけどね。あんた
Nice.
Fear for your reputation.
もらいたかったね。連れてもらっちゃ困るぜ。天才画家を。天才画家。カフェに落書きを続けて40年。絵にかけちゃおう。
50 years straight.
ってことはなんだ親じゃねえか。
それどころか孫がいるのよ。きっとこれもすげえ。
Suge.
さあ、芸術作品をご覧。
God.
違う違う。
It
It
is
looks
good.
way better
it's
than
awesome.
Luffy's. Oh, they already have it?
Oh,
Damn. So he is a
that's
talent.
cool.
He's literally a
Yeah,
talented
he
artist.
actually is.
これが俺たちのマークってわけか。
I forgot if he did it or if they all did it together in the live action, but
Wow, that's awesome.
that's sick.
I did like it in the live action how they surprised him with
Yeah.
it though.
これで海賊船ゴーイングベリー号の出来上がりだ。
How did he do that? Like while they're out at sea.
I don't know.
あんたが珍獣ガイモンと奇妙な仲間。疲れた。こっちでいいのか？
Oh shit.
やばそうだぞ。
It's gonna be a storm episode.
Baratier.
だわ。
Oh,
間違いないわ。なんか見えんのか？
I was very excited for this
oh
arc.
Treasure Island.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait, is this?
見たことあるぞ。
No.
そう、海賊たちの間では有名な島で
Bam, bam, bam,
妙
bam.
な噂とともに神の怒りに
Nami's just
So you just
fucking
want to
crazy.
go there? Well, it's treasure, so she wants to get the treasure.
これ言うことは本当なのか。神の怒りか。
This is the Bermuda Triangle. We're going in.
What is that? A treasure island? It's just an island? First we got Boy Who Cried Wolf, and now we got Treasure Island. It's like these classic stories. Like, I wonder why it's called Treasure
God's
Island.
wrath must really not be that severe. Like,
Or
they're
the
already
Going
there.
Merry is just a badass boat. I wonder if this is like, if it's named Treasure Island for a reason, to like lure people in.
And all these are gonna be like plants that eat you. Yeah.
Or if there's like
Yeah,
a
look,
pirate
look.
here that, bum bum bum
こ
bum.
んな島だな。
そうか。
途方もない宝が眠ってると言われている数多くの海賊が上陸したけれど
What are you doing?
誰もが恐怖のあまり
Check and
宝を
see.
探す前に逃げある海賊は夜中に突然顔がイノシシに
What the hell?
ひげがどんどん伸びていき蛇のように首に絡まって
So you wanted to come here?
嘘って言いちゃう。
話に尾ひれがついてはいるんでしょうけど
You ever heard of that show Hell's Paradise? Yeah. That's where we're at right now.
ああ腹減った。俺は寝る。
こんな不気味なところで眠れるな。
本当どういう神経してんのかしら
Got an alert.
ちょっと踊ってみたい。
This is gonna be saliva for some crazy monster.
What?
It's like a rooster
so
dog
cute.
and a koala bat and like a, or a panda bat.
I think you should leave.
There's like a devil fruit power here or something because people are getting fused with animals and these animals are getting fused together.
I don't know why, but this episode is really giving me Scooby-Doo vibes.
神様がなんでそんなことを聞くの
あと一歩でも森に踏み込んでみろ。その瞬間貴様らは神の裁きの身を滅ぼすことになるのか。
なんで俺に聞くの
Yeah,
I was wondering what that was.
when did this turn into a question? I thought this was a threat.
Everything's a question.
Yeah, see, everything's all fused together. It's so weird. Look at that little
Yeah,
giraffe
I like that.
thing.
宝探しに来た人間どもをわしが姿にしてやったの。
Oh, they're all people?
神様。
What, like kangaroo, right?
This is terrifying. That scared the shit out of me for a second.
俺はゴム人間だ悪魔の実を食
そんなバカな。昔海賊だった頃噂は聞いたが。
海賊だった頃
違う。そんな昔のことは懐かしくしたくないぞ。
何言ってんだお前が言ったんだろ
What's this guy's deal?
神様だ
No, he's just a guy.
出ていかんなら神の裁きを受ける。
やったな神様
なんだ。
そこが
動くな。動くなで言ったろ。
You think you're a god? Can you survive getting shot?
What's the deal here?
なんだこれ。これが神様？
What is this thing?
早く起こせ。起こせっつうの。
もうどこが神様なんだ。
起こせってんだ。
How about just tell us what's going on here?
今日は来る。
How about everyone's eyes just like fly out of their skull whenever anything is happening?
The abrupt cut. That's awesome.
よしいいわこれで
Are these really people that he turned into animals?
I don't know.
Or are they just animals?
今まで
This is a weird island.
島に来るやつが散々追っ払ってきたのに。
に詰まった人間なんて初めて見たよ箱入り息子なのかお前
頃から大切なお坊ちゃん。なわけあるか。抜けねえんだよこの箱。俺はもう20年もこの島で箱に入ったままなんだ。たった一人で。
Why are you scaring people away then?
Yeah, why aren't you asking for help?
20年も経ってこの島にいるのか？
Just pulls out a thermos for no reason. Like, why?
こうして人間と会話するのも20年ぶり。わかるかこの切なさが。
This is so weird.
なんだとてめえ。
Is Zoro gonna know who he is because he's a pirate hunter?
騒ぎがあったっていうのに今
Or I guess they don't even say pirate hunter in this. He's gonna know who he is. No. What?
宝箱に詰まった人間
こういう息子なのかお前。
ああ、小さな頃から大切なお坊
This must be like there must be like a saying in Japanese like that they're playing off of here. What the fuck is going on? Like, what is the point of this?
I'm just going with it. I'm not questioning
It's
it
just-
anymore.
I'm just trying to figure out where this is going.
壊そうとすりゃ俺の体
I don't think it's going anywhere.
It's just so weird to spend this much time on nothing. But it's funny as hell, but it's just so absurd to me. It's just awesome.
ほらルフィ海賊王になる男だ海賊王になってワンピースを手に入れるグラン
まさか本気であのグランドラインに入るつもり。
ドラインの海図も持ってる
甘く見るんじゃねえ。あそこは地獄か墓場ドラインから逃げ帰った海賊たちを見たことがある。魂をなくした死人みたいな姿。何か相当恐ろしいことがあったのか。化け物にでも出くわし人に口を開こうとしなかった。
Is he one of those people and that's why he's hiding here?
噂が噂を呼んで何が真実かもう分かり。海賊時代が幕開けして24年。すでにワンピースは伝説の彼だ。
I'm surprised he even knows about it because he's been here for 20 years.
Is this Gold Roger?
なんだ同じだな海賊たちの会話じゃないわ
Ha ha ha! We're both useless at being pirates. Ha ha ha!
稼ぐだけ稼いで逃げ出すってのが利口なのよピースは見つかる俺運がいいのからそんな自信湧くのかしら俺は必ず手に入れてみせるさ
Man, I hope this guy joins the crew.
Is this guy like, oh, he's exactly like Gold Roger. Yeah, exactly.
お前は俺と同じ。
Oh, look like him. Maybe he is Gold Roger. What? How crazy would that be?
いつかこの手で俺たちは昔からそう思ってた。宝探しのためなら命をかけても惜しくねえ。その情熱が俺の人生を。あれは20年前海賊だった俺は仲間と一緒にこの
Dragon on the front.
眠ると言われている宝を探す。1200名で丸一月探したがもう無駄。この島にあったのはこの空箱一つだけだ。引き上げな野郎ども。どうしたか今。先に行くぜ。
Gaimon.
あの上は誰か探したのか。船長が一月ずっといたけ
If
ど。
they didn't look up there, he's gonna fall down into the treasure chest and be stuck.
I think so, yep.
俺は自分
Whoa.
の目を疑った。つけた。こんなところに。おーいみんな。
How they didn't look up there? That's like the most obvious place.
Also, that bush on his head is just his hair, by the looks of it.
Oh, that's why he's trying to chase people away, but it's like...
But then what are you gonna do with it? This is like some weird Japanese fairy tale, cautionary tale type thing.
That's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful sunset.
If there was a
Written by that guy! He's hallucinating and there's actually nothing up there, or they're all also empty.
Yeah, it's that's what it is. There's like a weird moral to be gained from this. Like, you have all the treasure but nobody to share it with, and you don't even know what's in the box. It's like a Schrodinger's cat type situation.
How about like
Greedy little guy
use your
gets
sword
so
and like cut him out of this box or something?
greedy little guy gets so concerned with the treasure that he literally gets trapped inside the treasure chest.
And the real treasure was the friends you made along the way, like the guy who's literally trapped in a treasure chest.
I love
This
these
guy's the
animals.
One Piece.
Yeah, it was him all along. He's like tamed. Whoa, look at that
Whoa.
guy! Look at all these animals are awesome.
I love it.
It's like a cow turtle. This is exactly how animals are in like Avatar, by the way. Last Airbender. It's all like mishmash of different
I love
animals.
that. Luffy can get up there in like 1 second.
ついにこの時が来たか。
よーし、ゴムゴムだー。オーケー。やったー。
どうだ、あったか。
何やってんだあいつ。
You've wasted 20 years of your life, old man.
どうしたの？言って。
Is he like sitting there coming up with a way to tell him there's no treasure? Oh!
あんたぞ、宝箱5個。
でかした。
He's gonna throw them down, they're all gonna be empty.
宝だ、宝だ。俺の宝。
Wait till he finds out the captain did find it, and he just said that he didn't, so he could keep it all for himself.
嫌だね。私
You have to get up
何
here
バカなこと言ってんのよ。
and stop sitting in a box, lazy.
宝はガイモン。落と
It belongs to him if he can get it.
Finders keepers, bitch. That's the pirate way.
あんた、いい加減にしなさいよ。
もういい。
いいわけないじゃない。そうだぜ。ガイモンさんが20年守り続けた宝。
麦わら、お前はいいやつだな。
どういうこと？
感じてたんだ。もしかしたらってな。なるべく考えないようにしてたんだが。ないんだろう、中身が。
ああ、全部空っぽだ。20年も守り続けた宝がただの空箱だった。
宝の地図が存在する財宝にはよくあることだ。見ると宝は
This is such an interesting, like, episode to put at this point in the story, like this weird cautionary tale.
命を落とそうが宝に手が届く。
It's like there's no guarantee that your treasure is gonna be real.
20年で俺たちが強かったよ。あと30年遅かったら死んでた。ルフィ、
麦わら。
あいつ
これだけバカ見ちまったんだ。あとはワンピースしかねえだろ。一回俺たちと海賊やろうぜ。
お前、俺を誘ってくれるのか。までこの姿を見て、俺と話そうなんてやつすらいなかった。信じたのは何年ぶりだろう。ありがとうよ。
Just like that?
Super beautiful shot.
Yeah, this episode has really beautiful art.
この島に残るのか？
Oh my god.
ああ、麦わら、宝はなくなっても俺には他に守りたいもんな。
守りたいもの
The animals?
Animals, because look at
That's
them.
the real treasure.
辛いことも嬉しいことも分け合った。離れるわけにはいかねえ。ないと分かって俺は初めて自由になる。本当に自分らしい人生を送れる。国がちょっぴり気に入ってるし。
Okay.
そっか。残念だな。おっさん面白いな。
君が真の仲間か。
まあおっさんが一番珍獣だけどな。
なんだと。
What a strange episode.
Yes. Ah ha ha ha.
夢に向かって頑張れよ、俺の代わり。お前ならきっと手に入れる。あの伝説の宝は
It's very
そしてお前が
wholesome.
世界を勝ちまえ。
All right.
That was a very interesting episode. I'm glad it was just one episode. It felt like it moved really fast and it got through everything that it wanted to.
If that's the kind of thing that if it was dragged out for more than one episode, then it would just be annoying. But because it was one episode, it's just kind of like...
It was fun.
I liked it. It was weird.
Memorable.
It was strange. I thought it was good lessons in there.
That's the crazy thing about it. It's what I was trying to say during it. Like, there's like a bunch of like cautionary tale moral lessons here, and like obvious foreshadowing towards One Piece. I thought I was saying like, how funny would it be if like, I mean, we saw him when he was young in that flashback, but like, how crazy would it be if like he was there, he named it Treasure Island, and it turned out to be like a Napoleon situation, like with Gold Roger, where they like didn't actually kill him, they sent him to this island in exile, and then he just lived out the rest of his days like there, and then he can't like, I don't know, be a pirate anymore, but he like teaches people to, I don't know, believe in the treasure, or to like, it's the moral there kind of is similar to like Hunter x Hunter. It's like the treasure chest was empty.
Yeah.
The goal was pointless. What mattered was the animals there and the friends you made along the way. And I feel like that might be foreshadowing for maybe just the One Piece in general and what Oda was thinking about, like what the One Piece is.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's also complex with like going towards a goal without knowing whether it'll be empty, but also like letting go of the goal, or
after moving on
after disappointment, rather than like deluding yourself and like thinking that there's something beyond the curtain. It's like when you get to the end of a show
and I don't want to finish it.
And you don't want to finish it. Lindsay was notorious before starting the channel. Lindsay was notorious for like getting 99% or 95% to the end of something and then just cutting it off because she didn't want it to end. So she would just like, you know, not watch the finale of something and that type of thing. So it's kind of like that where, you know, it's cautioning against that. It's like, keep going towards things, but don't like let the anticipation of it get you down, and, you know, whether or not it's going to be full or empty or something, and don't push people away just because you're going towards your goal. It's like, there's a million little lessons in there. It's such like a complex, weirdly complex for the subject matter.
Yeah.
It has that like that fable fairy tale sort of vibe to it when people are talking and they're clearly like talking in a metaphor, and you can kind of see that like the author is like using the way that they're talking as a metaphor to like set up a sort of moral or lesson to be learned from it. And it was also funny how they kept going back to how he's like a NEET, or how he's like this pampered boy who's in a box. I'm sure that's like a Japanese like saying or something like that they were playing off of, possibly. But just a weirdly interesting episode. Like that's gonna be one that I remember and probably go back to like when analyzing like the rest of the show, probably.
Yeah.
Like it feels like it's a weird, just the way everything flowed. Let me just check again. I was looking at my phone to check if it was a filler.
Most people were like, "Oh, there's no filler," but
that felt like a filler.
I know, but so did the lion thing.
No, it's real. It's totally. 100%.
I know. I think.
I was just making sure because I'm about to say, like, I feel like that is. This episode was sort of, it felt like we were getting kind of a look behind the curtain as to Oda's like intentions with the series, you know what I mean? Like, we had these couple big arcs setting up characters, and then we get them complete side story. They go to an island that was just like completely separate from everything, and we get a lot of weird little lessons and philosophies and like metaphors from this guy, and it seems very poignant for like the whole story. Like, it feels very connected, and it feels like we kind of got to look at what, like I said, Oda's intentions for the story. It's a very interesting little episode here. Sorry, what were you gonna say before I cut you off?
I don't remember.
Oh well, thanks for trying to cut me off, even though.
No, I know. No, I don't even remember. I can't remember what I was trying to say.
Yeah, very, very weird, very funny, very interesting. Felt like a real adventure. I love these animals.
Yeah, I really like the animals. Yeah, I was also thinking it's kind of, you know, with him and how he kind of speculated that there was no treasure, and how in the end it didn't really matter either way, and it's maybe for the best that there wasn't any treasure.
Yeah.
But it's also about this guy like realizing why he's still here, because it's like, are you still here for the treasure, or are you still here for these animals?
Yeah.
In the end, he realizes that he's still here. The reason that he's still here has absolutely nothing to do with the treasure, and he was just kind of using that as an excuse as to why he was doing what he was doing, instead of just doing what he wants to do with his whole heart. He was like making, oh, I'm still doing this because I'm waiting for the treasure. It's like, well, you're not doing it for that reason anymore. And you can just admit that to yourself, and then things will get a whole lot easier when you admit what actually is important to you and what you actually care about in life.
Weirdly, I'm gonna say this, I think this might be my favorite episode so far. It's a weird thing to say, but I just feel like it gives so much insight into the whole story. And it says a lot, and it like...
Yeah, that's fair. It's strange.
It's a weird episode, but like I enjoyed, and maybe it's also, it's likely a big part of it is that this wasn't in live action, and this is like the first really new content that we've had. It's super interesting to me. Like just this whole little thing. Watch like the filler list be wrong, and everyone's like, yeah, that was a filler. I wish you guys didn't watch that. It's kind of weird anyway. No, but I really I enjoyed this episode. I feel like this is gonna be like a little earworm that's gonna be sitting in there, and just like
this is
it's
actually
gonna be the
just
back of my head the whole
preparing
time.
the audience and being like, hey, there's no treasure in this show. It's gonna keep going.
I think literally that's what it is.
Because I feel like that's the thing, and I talk about this sometimes, not even on camera, of just like, I don't think the One Piece exists. I'm a One Piece denier. The entire point of the story, even from the beginning in Gold Roger's little speech where he's just like, yeah, I've seen everything the world has to offer. Why don't you go out and see it too?
Yeah.
And then somehow it's like, oh yeah, I'm looking for the One Piece. It's like, no one mentioned that. Gold Roger never said shit about finding the One Piece. He said, go and look at the world for yourself.
He said, like, go find my treasure. My treasure is yours to find.
Yeah, but it's like his treasure was, to me, pretty clearly just the adventure that he had. And going and discovering everything on the Grand Line was just like the ultimate adventure for him, and made him feel fulfilled in his life and like he had a treasure.
It's an anti-materialistic message, you know?
But then everyone goes out and looking for the material thing, like literally like in this, where he's looking for the treasure. But what was really important was literally the animal friends he made along the way.
That's what I mean. Like it's a perfect microcosm of the whole story.
So I think it is kind of, it's just like this is the average One Piece viewer has just been condensed down into this guy of like, oh, I want to see the One Piece, and it's just like I honestly at this point would just be disappointed if they ever found the One Piece. I would kind of be pissed off. I would be like,
I think
this
most
is
people
bullshit.
are on your side.
Like,
the funny thing is, I don't know if you've seen these memes of just like, it's like a guy, like, I don't know if you've seen the Breaking Bad meme of Walter White like laying down and he's like, ah! He's like screaming. Have you seen that? Okay, it's good that you haven't seen it, but because it's kind of like that little part is a spoiler for Breaking Bad. But or like people getting, it's like a meme of somebody like, I don't know, punching a wall or something and getting pissed off, and it's like One Piece fans 2,000 episodes in when they figure out the One Piece isn't real, or even better, the ones where it's like One Piece fans 1,500 episodes into their or 25 years into their series when they realize the One Piece is friendship, and it's just like this whole time it wasn't even something to find, it was just like, but it's funny because it's been built up so much. I feel like this episode kind of gives that away. Like, to me, unless there's some crazy twist, it seems like the show is so built on this idea that even this early in.
Yeah,
and just the fact that it's so long.
That's what I said before.
That's kind of the whole point of it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is any story that had an end in mind could never go on for this long without just turning to Boruto or like absolute garbage. So the fact that it keeps going on this long means that it's not being artificially extended. Yeah. They're just still on the same journey. And like if you write a story and the entire point is that there's never going to be a resolution until you die, essentially, because the whole thing is the point. Yeah. Then you're golden.
It's literally like Hunter x Hunter, where a lot of people feel disappointed by the ending of the anime. I won't spoil it or anything, but like there's a lot that is unexplored in Hunter x Hunter that is like set up and kind of forgotten but it's again, Togashi is writing the story kind of like how Oda is writing this story, but he's writing it in the way, like the message of Hunter x Hunter, hunt for your dream, you know, all this stuff, similar thing to here. He is applying that to his own writing. His message is the way that he approaches his writing. In other words, he is creating the story and the journey is what he enjoys. He doesn't enjoy like going towards a conclusion. That's not the point. And it feels like the same thing here. and it feels like I wonder if there are people who like maybe didn't think about all of this early on, and then maybe they might be disappointed when that happens eventually down the line, or I don't know, and yeah, or maybe we're completely wrong, and the one, but it's just like, oh, the One Piece is all the gold you could want. It's like, that's so against everything. Oh, the One Piece is another devil fruit that like gives you time control powers. It's like, what could it physically be? It's not a physical thing.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is your friends. Like, that's literally what Luffy
okay,
says the whole time. It's like, if Luffy's, the whole story is like, your friends matter more than anything. And then it gets to the very end, and it's just like, oh, well, I found this gold, this fucking, the crown jewels, the hope diamond is actually my goal. It's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, and this is what I was talking about too, with like this is what I was saying the other day, that I was saying that like I almost feel like the One Piece was never even supposed to be mentioned in the story, and it was just supposed to be the title.
I don't know where you're getting that. Like, I don't know. What do you mean by that though? Because you keep saying like, oh, the One Piece. It's like the show is called One Piece.
I'm saying this is. I'm saying
I don't know.
My like crazy tinfoil hat interpretation.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm trying to make you explain it further back, because you're.
I was going to give the full explanation. Okay, so my idea, because we talk sometimes about like what the like pre-writing process is. So my idea is that like, what if the title One Piece was meant to, instead of referring to one thing, it was like, everyone is looking for like one piece of what Gold Roger had. They're looking for their own, they're looking to, if I can even find like one, it's like, if you're like, if I could even find one bit of the happiness that person had, or one bit of the adventure, then I would be happy. So everyone is looking for like their own one piece of the world, basically.
Yes.
And then, so that's what I was saying in the first episode, One Piece as a thing is not mentioned. Gold Roger says, all of my treasure is out there, go find it. And then it's like, and then they're all pirates, and they're all out there looking for Gold Roger's treasure. And then out of nowhere, I think in episode 2, it's like, I'm gonna find the One Piece. So I guess what I was saying is like, I wonder if originally in the story, or if maybe by like, to not confuse audiences as much, or to try and like give a bit more of a hook, it was like, oh, well, the show's called One Piece, so we're gonna, or like the manga is called One Piece, so we're going to like say One Piece as like what they're looking for, instead of just, we're not looking for anything, we're just going on an adventure. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, you're saying that like, the One Piece is a MacGuffin, is a thing that they're searching, but like, if they were just, oh, I'm going on an adventure, it doesn't have like the same sort of like, I feel like just the fact that they say that they're going after something and that there's this mystery around it sort of drives the story and drives other people's motivations. But you know, I don't quite see what you're saying. Like, you're saying like, you're saying, I don't see what you're saying. I don't understand. Maybe I'm dumb.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it's almost like the One Piece is like being a hunter in Hunter x Hunter.
Or like, that's you already kind of said that. What do you mean? You were talking about like the pre-writing process. I don't know how that connects.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it wouldn't be as intriguing to the audience, but the story would be the exact same if they never mentioned the One Piece as an item that they're looking for. If they were all just inspired and like, oh, I want to be a pirate, I want to go and like find my own treasure.
Well, I think the point of it is not just to intrigue the audience. I think that intriguing the audience is part of like I think the message of the story and the moral that you're supposed to take away involves the journey of thinking that it's real,
but then
realizing what it really is. Like it's that's how fairy tales are written, and it's clear we've seen with Usopp's story with a bunch of different things that the sort of fairy tale style storytelling, this episode specifically, it that's very present in Oda's mind when he's thinking about like how to write his story and like and how he thinks about things. So like, if they were just like, we're going on an adventure, that's not that, like, it's the journey to arriving at the moral that like, and that sort of reveal or the again, it's like him thinking that the treasure chests are full and not wanting to check, this like Schrodinger's cat thing. That part of it is part of the moral and part of learning about, and learning that is sort of the part of it. So I think it's less it's less like, oh, we need to keep them we need to keep everybody intrigued. I think that's part of it, but it's in service of the story, of the moral of the story, and it's not purely like it's not like, oh well, we need to keep them interested. So rather than just say we're on an adventure and that's what's important, it's like that journey again. It's like circular. It's circular. It feeds into it. The fact that it is the journey is the point of it, which is the journey.
I see.
Yeah.
When you explain it like that, yeah, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Did you understand that before, and you're just placating to me so that
I didn't think about it that way.
It sounded like yes. Oh no, yeah. Thank you for clarifying that obvious information.
I'm just thinking about it in a different way now because I didn't think about it that way.
I don't know why you're getting mad at me.
I'm not.
Okay. Leave a like and subscribe to never find the One Piece because it doesn't exist because it's really friendship. See you in the next one, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.